The border fence in San Ysidro is made of these corrugated steel plates. I'd say it's about 9 feet tall. It'd be pretty hard to climb, especially with all the border surveillance around here. But President Trump's border wall is supposed to be even harder to climb. We're here at the U.S.-Mexico border fence. Right on the other side of this fence is where the entrance to the drug tunnel was. You can actually see a structure over there. It's 6 feet high and 4 feet wide and relatively easy to move around. It's a pretty big tunnel. It's pretty comfortable, although it is hot and humid in here. You realize that you have this ability to travel between completely different worlds, but at the same time you realize how connected the two worlds are, connected through blood, through policy, through history. So it's about seeing the connections and having this ability to travel between completely different places, which is so cool. I feel really lucky to cover the border.
You know, Jean, yeah, sure, let's give her some love. You know, Jean, one of the things that's interesting about your career is that you are a person who covers local stories, but you've always had a national audience. I mean, you've had a national audience for years now.
They cost nearly $4 million. The massive new effort to secure the border has prompted KPBS and iNewsSource to obtain the most detailed government records of the existing border barriers ever released.
It's these reconstruction plans that motivated KPBS and iNewsSource to take a look at the existing wall, to find out what it looks like, where it is exactly, and whether or not it's been doing its job. You know, they want to take this MOU and show it to other cross-border business groups in other parts of the border so that they can adopt something similar with Mexican federal legislators.
All right, short time left here. What was the response down in Mexico of leaders there about Trump wanting to disrupt the workings or redo NAFTA or whatever he's going to do?
So what was really interesting about that is, you know, they're willing to modernize, to update, to rework NAFTA. Some people in Mexico argue that NAFTA has unfairly benefited the U.S. and that Mexico got the short end of the stick. I wonder what this means given the national context. Is it fair to say that the mission that you have with Tijuana is in opposition to the president?
Our mission with Tijuana and our mission with all of the border mayors is to show what unites us.
I want to ask you your thoughts about the Me Too movement. What do you think is accomplished by telling these stories that raise awareness about the ubiquity of gender violence?
Well, we can relate to personal stories.
We're here at the site of the prototypes for Trump's wall, where they were just unveiled by the Department of Homeland Security.
All right, and Larson Self said that this would end a perverse media campaign. What's he talking about there?
So the day he resigned, he put out a press release saying exactly that he was resigning because of a perverse media campaign against him, and he no longer wanted to be an excuse for quote-unquote dark interests to smear the police department. It wasn't complete. It wasn't totally clear what he was talking about, but the resignation came a day after PBS NewsHour aired a story that I did for KPBS on alleged police abuses against homeless migrants in Tijuana.